Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. How's it going? Welcome to Saturday, 5 p.m. Saturday, my time, Pacific time. Today we're doing a little Patron Picks episode. The producer tier over on Patreon picked the topic of ham shack tools and convenience items. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. My favorite tools and convenience items for in and around the shack. And these could be a proper ham radio shack, or it could be, out in the field. Lots of different things that you may want to think about having, or stuff you already have that you just might want to co-locate in your ham shack area. So again, thanks for joining me out here. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying indoors, staying healthy. All right, yeah, we got a lot of people popping in right now. Thank you so much for watching. I will mention too that the memes that we are looking at today are submitted by the patrons. We had a meme contest, competition, if you will, and the winner is going to get a special logo or name and color on the Discord side. So these are the memes that were submitted. So maybe pick your favorite. We'll talk about that maybe later. All right. Let's see. Letting people roll in here. Almost 200 people watching. Thanks again for taking the time out to talk to me here. All right, we'll get switched over and get this party on the air. How's it going, everybody? I am Josh KI6NAZ, wearing my personal protection equipment for the human malware virus. How's it going? Yeah, I got some crazy sunglasses and thought, hey, let's put them on the stream. And of course, because it's a green screen behind me, it's reacting a little funny here, but. How's it going, everybody? Very good. Anyway, I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a good week. Everybody staying indoors, staying safe, like I said. All that goodness and good stuff. So, a couple of things to talk about before we dive onto the shack here and talk about tools. Let's see. So, one, we're streaming again to the Facebook group. So, if you're watching me right now on the Facebook page, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. If you want to get in on the chat discussion, the best way to do that is hop onto the YouTube side or hop onto Discord, because those are all, or Twitch, I guess, too. Those are all connected together. So there you go. That's the easiest way to do that. So thanks for joining us over on Facebook. And we had like 300 members join like this week, which is high. We get about 100 a week. It was 300 this week, which is just crazy. Very crazy. Let's see. Good. Everybody can hear me. Somebody can hear me. Refresh. That's the best thing to do. Also, giveaways tonight. We have 2 giveaways. We are going to give away another of the ICOM QRP Crew shirts, and we are giving away, basically, the winner picks which Anderson power distribution bar they would like to have. The best way to get in on that, go to the Discord, go to the giveaway chat, and click the party horn. That's all you have to do. There's 2 giveaways. Click them one each. That's it. Make sure the light is illuminated, and you're in the giveaway. So I'll ship you, whomever the winner is, I'll ship you the shirt, or, the Andersons. We'll sort it out, let you pick. I'll tell you which ones I have, and then you can pick the one you want or the one that would fit your needs. So the link is in the description for that, or if we have an admin, they can throw the link for the Discord. That's the fastest way. I'll do the giveaway at 45 minutes after the hour and right at the end of the show for the Anderson's Power Distribution Bar. All right. I am drinking an American Pale Ale. Nothing fancy today. And it's in my German Stein. Also, I'm not, obviously we can't cut our hair. I'm not going to shave my beard anymore. I'm just going to let it grow until this whole thing's done, or until my wife says I have to. I thought that was the fun thing to do. Let's see. Reminder too, so Saturday is a pretty big ham radio day as far as content creation goes. Dave Kassler, he streams at 12 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. And you got the DX Commander that starts at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're not already, set your reminders to them, set an alert so that you can watch their great content too. All right. HRCC link. Let me go ahead and throw up some web stuff because we've got some cool stuff that you can do while you are dealing with staying at home today. So a couple of things. Let me throw that over here. Watcha! Now I got animated transitions. Look at that. The HRCC link is our page for our talk groups, both DMR, Yaesu System Fusion, and the Wires X Room. We're working on D-Star. We'll maybe get there someday. But if you have a radio like that, or you want to get in on what we do on the digital voice side, hrcc.link is the way to find that. Also, who was it? James Hannibal, who's the maker of the Quirky QRP Slink antenna and the Quirky QRP keychain transmitter, sent me a link and said the 73 magazine has archived all of their magazines going back to 1960 something. So you can basically go in here and see just a jam-packed amount of content for ham radio. Also, we were living in very different times. Look at this spicy number. That's the cover of the magazine for ham radio. Anyway, it's a good magazine. Some of the classic articles are interesting, and now I can't go back anymore, so that's good. Link is in the description for that, so if you're interested, go check that out. Ham Radio Adventures, also linked in the description, hamradioadventures.com. Still moving forward. It's a club for ham radio, but the idea is to get outdoors and do some activations, de-expeditions, if you will. So if you are interested in that, they are affiliated with the Ham Radio Crash Course, and I believe, all of the leadership of the HRA is in the Ham Radio Crash Course on Discord. That's where a lot of discussions take place. So the link is in the description for that if you'd like to check it out. Posted a video Thursday with Sterling Man, N0SSC, about ham radio remote testing sessions. So if you were kind of curious what the heck's going on with ham radio remote testing, or how to get your license in the time that we live in, then that is the right thing to go watch, because he explained a lot of how to do that and where we're at. Really, not how to do it, but really where we're at and what the future may hold. So, yeah, check that out. Let's see. The stuff that we're going to be talking about, some of the items, because a lot of them aren't on Amazon, but I did link to my Amazon store, which is in the description, for some of the recommended tools that we'll be talking about and convenience items. So that is that. Anyway, how's it going in the chat? Let's check it out. Best low-cost HT for DMR, man. Best and low-cost in DMR. Whew, that is a tough question. It's not so cut and dry with DMR and cheap and good. I'll let people say in the chat what they recommend. I'd rather you go buy an Anytone 878, to be honest. I know that's not cheap, but yeah, that's kind of what I would say. Very cool. All right. Let's see. What do we got in the chat? 20 meters is packed right now. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff going on. As expected, with everybody home, a lot more time to play radio, and people really, hopefully, enjoying themselves, keeping from growing crazy. What was Sterling's blog? So if you Google N0SSC, you will find his blog. If you go to the video that I just explained from earlier in the week that I posted, his links are all in there on that video. So, yeah. All right. Hello from New Hampshire. Right on. New viewer here, looking into getting started with ham radio. I'm interested to see where the online testing goes. Well, we're in the infancy days of it. Hopefully it improves and gets better with options, and, VECs start to adopt the concepts. That would be wonderful. That would make me happy. Yeah. I did too. Bethany Allen said, I really like Sterling and appreciated his info. Indeed. Smart guy and keeping tabs on things, really important. So, good stuff. Man, my computer is a little laggy right now. What's up with that? Anyway, hopefully it's okay on your end. Let me check the quality real fast. It looks like it's all right. Good. We're saying it's good. So, all right. Let's check off all the lists here. Okay, good. So I pretty much hit everything I wanted to talk about. Just again, do get in on that Discord giveaway. It's totally free to you. I'm going to ship the stuff. So all you got to do is click a little party horn. And once you're in Discord, you can just stay because we're going to do a Discord after chat, which is going to follow the stream. We're going to hop on over to Discord, and it's a voice chat and text chat, and which is great. We have a lot of fun. We talk about all kinds of stuff. I think last, it wasn't an after chat, or maybe it was. We were talking about Warhammer 40K. I love that game. I loved that game when I was in college. I don't get to play it anymore, but Chris C, thank you for the super chat. He says ham radio stimulus funds. I appreciate it. I'm going to be dropping some bills here in a second once we figure out when the 705 is coming out. I just bought some new podcasting equipment so that I can put out an actual podcast instead of just cutting this and shooting it over to where do I put it? SoundCloud. I just normally cut the audio out of the streams and then upload it as a podcast. So it's going to be nice to be able to actually do a podcast. And I've roped my wife into doing a couple episodes, so I'm very happy about that. All right. Devin V, coffee or beer fund? Thank you. I will appreciate both. And let's see. Yeah, don't let me go down the 40K rabbit hole. Also, I'll mention this and then we'll get started because I'm starting to ramble. Sorry about that. I am ridiculously close to 100,000 subscribers, and it happened way faster than I expected. I have been planning to do a couple of things, but that timetable went right through the roof with this whole human malware virus thing. I was very surprised by how fast the channel has grown just in the last 2 weeks. Has been crazy. So if you're new, you're here for the first time, I thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you can find the information that you need. I do have the playlist at the top of my channel, which is specifically for people that are starting out with amateur radio. So please peruse that, and hopefully it gets you going in the right direction. Grant Greenwell, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. And yeah, man, 100,000. We are giving away something. We're giving away something for 100K. And you better believe it's going to be a radio. And that's what I'll say. Anybody, you can stipulate in the chat all you'd like about what I might be giving away. I won't. Maybe I'll spoil it. I don't think I'll spoil it, though. I think I'll hang on to it, but go for it. Anyway, okay. Let's flip her over here. So this is my desk area, and obviously it's cluttered up with stuff that we're going to talk about, but I wanted to do a wide shot here so I could show you the back wall, and specifically what we're talking about is pegboards. So I find pegboards to be outrageously convenient. That's going to be the first thing I'd say. If you're building up your ham shack, don't just think about surfaces, think about where you can put stuff. Oh my gosh, Fred Romeo. Whoa, that is a good deposit for a 705, man. Thank you super much, man. That is fantastic. Thank you. And Stretch H. I don't know what that sticker is. Oh, he's got coffee. Very good. Well, Fred, thank you so much. You're very generous. I appreciate it. And thanks again. Also out there with a super chat, and that was very much appreciated. So yeah, definitely we'll have some 705 videos, and hey, maybe we may just buy 2 and I'll give one away. I don't know. That would be fantastic. If Josh looks blurry on YouTube, playback setting has auto adjusted to lower resolution. You'll need to set it back up to HD levels like 480 or 720p. Thank you, John. You are correct. I am streaming in 1080p. I should look not blurry. The camera here, though, this guy, the wide shot that we're looking at, it's going to get a little blurry as it gets further away. It's going to get better when I point it back down, but just bear with me. So on the far right-hand side, I use this tray system with the little red and blue trays. I keep loose parts in there. Ham radio parts, ham radio connectors. In fact, I'm gonna show you one on the desktop that I use. That is a preferred way that I keep loose things like antenna adapters, just to mention that. The big thing, though, that I want to mention, and I'll get out of the way, actually, for it. Can you see it? It's right here. So this is my tray, my Trough O cables. I think everybody needs to have one of these, but I want to say the secret is, let me show you the secret. The secret is that you must Velcro wrap everything. If it's going in your tray, you gotta Velcro wrap it. So that's gonna be my my statement there. It's just for cables. It's just for sorting things that you put in that metal tray. Eric Ortega, thank you very much for the 1-Up Hippo. Is that like a Hungry Hungry Hippos reference? Huh. K6UDA, and why you're helping Ham Radio Crash Course help K6UDA hit 30. And it feels like he was just at 20K recently. So, you know, everybody's interested in ham radio right now, which I think is smart. So they're doing the right thing. I agree with that. All right, let's flip it over here and talk a little bit about some tools. Recommended stuff. And I mention convenience items because I find a lot of these items to be incredibly convenient. First, I'm going to start from my right and work my way over. Velcro straps. So these are the Velcro straps I use to cable wrap all my cables. And the reason I use these ones specifically is they have these little tab holes. And so you feed the end through. I put this around one leg of the wire, tighten it up so that this never comes off, right? It's always permanently attached. And then I just wrap up the cord and then wind it up. And that's what I do. This is an incredibly nice, convenient item that makes keeping your cables from getting all over the place much easier. Can't forget a measuring device. This is the AVE ruler. Of course, AVE, fantastic YouTube channel, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys... Where's my lighting going on here? Can I do this? Let's see if I can do this. Is that better? Ah, much better. Okay. AVE ruler. It is metric and standard and has a whole series of gauges and interesting things that you can use. Shout out to AVE if you can still get these. I don't even know if you can still get these, but that would be a nice convenience item. I would go with a precision ruler if you can get one. It doesn't have to be AVE, but he's fantastic. Clock. So the reason why I have this clock, and this is not a cheap clock. This is an MFJ 148RC. I got this at the HRO. They sell them there. This is a atomic clock or a radio updating clock. And I have it set to my local time, which is here, Pacific Standard Time, and I have it set to Zulu time on the right. This is a great convenience item because of a couple things. So it has a light, you know, okay, great, like most things do. But it also has a ID timer on it. If you push this button, this puts it into a 10-minute alarm cycle to remind you to drop your call sign, which is fantastic. So it's self-updating. I put batteries in this when I bought it over a year ago, and I haven't had to swap the batteries on it since. I don't even know what kind of batteries it takes. I think it takes AAAs. It takes AA. And in fact, I'm using the low-powered IKEA ones, and it works really well. So I'm a big fan of this guy. It's a nice big size screen too, which helps. Particularly when I'm doing the live stream. I actually look at this clock. It sits right under my monitor normally. And this is definitely what I use to keep track of the stream and all that stuff. So I'm actually going to put this back because I need to use this. It's, again, an MFJ 148RC, Romeo Charlie. Okay. All right. Antenna analyzer. Fantastic. It's not just a tool, it is a convenience item. You can do a lot of your work with an SWR meter on your radio, but nothing is nicer than having a proper antenna analyzer. These make figuring out what's going on with your antenna worlds easier. Now, the Rig Expert brand, this is an old one. This is a 170. This has been a workhorse for me, and I haven't really had a reason to update it, but there are a lot of cool new features in the new models. I think it's an AA30 or AA50 zoom. Fantastic. At the same time, you might be able to score one of these used, and that might be a really good idea there. So, yeah. Scott Berg asks, what about keeping an RTL SDR for monitoring? Well, you're jumping the gun a little bit. I haven't gotten to it, but the SDR Play RSB1A is what I use as a kind of general coverage receiver in the shack. When I'm out in the field, I'll take an actual shortwave general coverage receiver like my C-Crane. But in the shack, the RSB1A is fantastic because it doubles as a network analyzer, which I did a video on this. So a little less, about $100, and you get free software to do network analyzing and it also functions as a SDR receiver for HF, VHF, even some of the high frequency stuff. So big shout out on that one. For you that are, let's see, where's the start of this guy? So I can show you the title of it. There it is. So for those of you that are technicians or generals, you're going to have a little bit more of a need to have something like this. But this is a VHF, UHF, HF band guide. So it's a quick eyeball chart on where the frequencies are for the different bands. So it starts at 160, 75, 80, 60, and works its way down 40, 30, 20. And it'll break it down into, here's where the technicians can go. Here's the CW portion. Here's the voice portion. And it gives you frequency allocations, which is really nice for having this available to you. Somebody commented nano VNA. Yes, that's a good point too. I have that up in that pegboard. Good point. It's actually, no, I take that back. It's right here. Let me show you. Can you see it? It's right there. It's in that little plastic box. Oh, that little red thing. Whoop. This is a air blower. I use this a lot for when you get a piece of solder goo or something loose in a box. Give it a little blast with the air here. This thing's great. I don't even know if you can get these anymore. Giotto's. It's a little rocket ship. Looks like a turkey baster, or insert something inappropriate. Let's see. Yeah, that is a Nerf gun. Where is the... yeah, that is a rival something or other. I don't know. I was at Target, and I was getting the kids some Nerf. They were bugging me about it, and I was like, well, I'm going to try this rival stuff out. Rivals are cool. They shoot little foam balls, and they fly, and they hurt. I can't even hit the kids with it because they cry. Don't shoot your kids. Let's see. Air blower from Photo Supply Store. There you go. It's a camera lens cleaner. Can get one at a camera store. There you go. Very good. Scott, you nailed it. I think that's where I got it. Let's see. Yeah, and that's primarily what I use this for, but I'm trying to apply it to ham radio, and I've used this to blast out air from inside like QRP radio cases when I'm doing kit work. Okay. I'll go up one. Majorly required in all shacks, the Anderson's Power Pole Crimper. This is the knockoff. This is not the actual Power Poles brand, but they're just as good, I find. If you want to support Power Poles, then actually go buy theirs. I would support that. This is required shopping and required owning as the ham radio operator, because you will fall in love with Andersons. And if you haven't fallen in love with Andersons, or you've had a hard time with Andersons, it's because you're not using a proper crimper. So make sure you go do that. Get yourself a proper crimper. Now, you might be eyeballing my Harbor Freight watt meter, or multimeter. This thing is dirt cheap. It's like less than $10. And sometimes they're free. Sometimes they're like $5 with a coupon. I use this in most of my videos because I want people to understand that you don't need expensive gear to make a lot of this stuff work with ham radio. So I absolutely think that this is an acceptable, I'm not going to say good, acceptable multimeter for getting started, if that's something you're interested in. Also, if you have a better watt meter, multimeter, you can still have one of these. Throw this in a go bag or your mobile electronics bag. Destroy this thing. Blow this up. Don't blow up your good stuff. No reason not to have one of those. Okay, sliding over more to the left. Jumper cables. This is just one. I have a whole bunch of them. But basically, Anderson's power plug, right? Going back to Anderson's. And 2 spade connectors, right? For batteries. Connecting to batteries. I have a bunch of these. And I have some that are fused. I have some that are not fused. This guy is Anderson's that goes to a QRP or a radio connector for DC. I have just tons of cables. These are just an example. I wanted to throw them in there. These y'all make yourself. You don't need to. You just buy the cable, buy the connectors, buy the Andersons, and bodge it together. Off the camera here a bit. a good, I don't know, 6 amp hour, 9 amp hour battery on the shack ready to go is great to have, because there are plenty of times where you don't want to run through a power supply, or you want to test something out. You're working on a kit radio and you don't want to unplug your main radio to power it off the power supply. Having a steady 12-volt source in a battery form is often really nice. That's me. Other people like to have a proper bench power supply that is totally adjustable. That's great. A little bit more expensive, but hey, go for that. No. Oh, so good point. This is not a car battery. This is a lithium iron phosphate battery. Sorry, lithium iron phosphate battery. This is designed for amateur radio use. Not a car battery. You don't want to use car batteries for amateur radio if you can help it, because they're not designed for amateur radio use. They're designed to give you a burst of power to start the car, and then that's it. And then you're running off the alternator, basically. So try to avoid that if you can. All right. Alcohol little plungery doodad thingy. You push this down, and alcohol comes out of the top here, like that. I use this for kit building. When I want to clean off the surface of the PCB, I use this little bobber into, I get it all over my hands. I'll sometimes use a brush, non-metallic brush, something with plastic bristles, or I'll use a cotton ball or a paper towel, but I do use this alcohol bottle a lot when I'm kit building. Going up to the top here, magnetic trays. Oh my gosh, how many of these do you have? Every time you go to Harbor Freight, you pick up one of these, right? Leave one on your shack table. I don't think I need to explain why that's so important. There's so many good reasons to have a magnetic tray. Somebody asked, what power supply do I use? I am using two. This one right here, which I did a video on, which is the MFJ 4245 MVP, which is a 40 output, constant amp output, and 45 burst, or what do they call that? Surge? Anyway. No Gregorio. I use a Tenergy charger, something simple, to charge all of my LiPo batteries, or LiFePo batteries. BioEnno makes a charger. If you have BioEnno batteries, check that out. I got these batteries. In fact, maybe one of the admins can grab the link. These are like refurbished batteries, or they're like they're clearance batteries. I think I got this for, what did I get this for, Ethan? I saw Ethan in the chat. Was it like $40? Less than $40 for this guy? For 9 amp hours? I bought 2 of them. I couldn't not. Yeah. So major shout out there. Okay, screwdrivers. You probably will never have enough screwdrivers. Yeah, Philip mentioned it. Just got the refurb 9 amp hours from Gigaparts. That's exactly what I got too. So 2 kinds of screwdrivers. I use this guy, which I don't know why I like these so much. I've always used them when I was when I was younger and working on computers. Somebody got them in Handcation for $30. I don't remember how much Gigaparts had them, but they were ridiculously cheap. Yeah. So the Exolite, I don't know why I like these so much. They're cheap screwdrivers, but I've been using them forever, and I love them for computer cases and taking things out of computers. But they work really great for radio cases too. So that's what I use this one primarily for. And then the more precision ones, because they've got the little twisty knobbers in the back, good precision screwdrivers. You probably already have a bunch of these. I don't like the little metal ones that come in that little tin or little plastic thing. Little skinny metal ones with the little spinnery thing on the top. I hate those things. I hate them. I get good quality ones that have a nice purchase to them. Those are my recommendation. Patrick Dickey says, don't forget Dakota lithium batteries. No, I don't forget them. They're great batteries too. That is, what is it, $100 for a 10 amp hour battery. versus these refurbs or whatever they're calling, reconditioned, recertified. They're like $40. So I don't know, man. You might want to try that. Okay, two pliers that need a shout out. Tiny needle nose for working on kits, pulling things out of stuff, bending over wire. These guys are what I use when I want to put a 90-degree bend on a lead for soldering a resistor. They're convenient because they auto-open. I will never buy another pair of pliers, small precision pliers, that don't have this feature. They have to have it. The ones I linked in Amazon are based off of this brand. These are my side cutters. These are my probably second most used thing when I'm working on stuff. It's just side cutters. I love side cutters. They are awesome at stripping wires. They are... You cannot have too many of them. What are they? I think they're like $8. Uh-oh. Dom says they're $80 now. Oh, we missed the boat. So maybe go with the Dakota Lithium. And then lastly, these guys are more for like hardwired electronics in your house. These are what I use these for. They're thick with resistive material. I have a set of screwdrivers that match this guy. This usually stays in my electrician's kit bag. So that's my call there. Okay, measuring tapes. Really, this is just in my shack area because I sometimes measure things that are smaller than the width of my shack table, and I like to use a tape. But really, the shining recommendation is get yourself at least 100-foot tape. This is a convenience item when you are a ham because you don't have to worry about cutting wires accurately when you have 100-foot tape. This makes cutting wires for wire antennas so much easier and so much faster. So get yourself a good 100-foot tape. Let's see. I'm reading on the batteries. I'm trying to follow the stream chat, but anyway, yeah, I would recommend that highly. SD cards, I don't have to mention value in SD cards, probably more so for me being a video creator, but the shout out here are these little organizer cards. It is a thin credit card sized piece of plastic that has 10 slots for micro SD cards and one large slot, which I hold the adapter for the SD card in. Great. These are great. These are on Amazon. Most of the stuff's on Amazon, but, you know, FYI. Let's talk about this. Some of you know what this is. Some of you probably don't. I'm sure you all have a utility knife in your shack or in your toolbox or wherever. You probably have multiples. This is the one that I have been grabbing more than any of them. This is the Tuck 2 by Tactical Keychains on Instagram. And this thing is fantastic. This is such a cool thing to have. I've used this to obviously open all my ridiculous amount of packages that I get, but use this to strip wires. I've used this for you name it. This is just absolutely fantastic, and the design of this is amazing. It's got a spring system that's putting like load force or shear force on the blade underneath on the body, and you push down the button to release it from its lock, and then you slide it out, and then that's when you get the blade, and you click it back in, and it locks into a place. It uses the little notches on the blade to lock it periodically. Fantastic. So if you end up reaching out to Tactical Keychains and you get one, let him know I sent you there, because he's a good guy. These are handmade by him. I think he does all the work except for the anodizing. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Okay. Another super good convenience item is the JC Creator, and there's actually another version of this too, and I'll demonstrate this in a second. This is a high-precision wall meter and power analyzer is what it says. Let me show you what it does. So hopefully this doesn't get washed out because of the lighting, but let me get the battery out here. So this is an inline watt meter. So here's your source, here's your load. So if we connect these two together, you will get... Oh, it's not going to look good on camera, is it? Not really. A lot of times things that are too bright won't show up very well. Anyway, it basically shows you the volts and the watts and the amps and the watt hours. It does the automatic conversion when you have a load connected. Or if it's just connected to a source, it gives you the reading, which right now this is reading 13.3 volts. So that's a charged battery. Double-sided tape. This is a convenience item for sticking things to other things. I use the 3M. It's double-sided tape, but it's thick. It's got like it's like gooey on the inside. I actually use this to hold up the head unit on my TYT 9800 in my Nissan Xteras. I use this stuff, and I've had that in the car for, I don't know, over 5 years. And I've only had to swap the tape out once. So that's good stuff. Pens. I don't need to explain that. Thanks, Empire, for the thing. Band-Aids. I don't think I need to explain this, but the things that happen in the shack, you will hurt yourself probably. Aux cables. Just 3-ring aux cables. I'm a big supporter of those for lots of reasons. Use them. Get them. Have them. And then notepads, notebooks for tracking things down as you are working on stuff. I like Field Notes brand notepads if you are an analog type person. Otherwise, just use your phone. But yeah, I'm a big supporter of that. All right. Lastly, on the table before we start poking around to other things, here is my junk drawer of connectors, coax connectors, and other things. So PL259. To SMA male, PL259 to BNC female, just every combination. This is called a bulkhead connector or a barrel connector for 259s, another SMA male. This is actually an attenuator for when I did the network analyzer video with the SDR play. SMA to BNC female. They're just, the list goes on. You collect these over time. At least if you're a good ham, you will. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just kidding. The value of them, I probably can't. I don't need to explain why you will end up collecting so many of them. You're just gonna need them, and you're gonna use them a lot, particularly if you play around with QRP radios. Christiana says, Josh, on power supply, what about a linear power supply versus a switching power supply? Less noise with the linear power supply. True. That's all that needs to be said. You nailed it. If you want a power supply that is huge and expensive and low noise, go with linear. If you want to get a cheap power supply that may put out noise, go with switching. But things have improved a lot with switching power supplies. A lot of them aren't noisy. So, go with that. Go with what you decide. All right. This is not permanently attached to any of my radios. It is a SWR Power Meter. This is a 100 watt max, and it does QRP as well. This guy I have used many, many times when kit building. It is a nice thing to have, and I generally recommend you have how many you have an extra. So this can just be for kits, radios you're working on, whatever. It's nice to have these and keep them around and available to you. Let me flip it over to the overhead or the wide again. Reggie Love. I mean, for powering your radios, use a linear is his comment. Okay. They work with switching power supplies. They work fine. So, I mean, you can set that limitation for yourself, but I wouldn't necessarily frighten other hams to think that they have to have a linear. Panavice. This is not a Panavice brand, Panavice, but this is a PCB holder. This guy is what I use on all my kit building. You kind of sandwich the PCBs in it, and then it allows you to rotate it back and forth. So that is what I use. Fantastic. MFJ sent me a whole bunch of stuff here. So these are more watt meters. I'm going to end up giving those away. We'll sort that out in the future. As far as soldering irons go, I wanted to take a moment and talk about my soldering iron because I love it. I had a Radio Shack soldering iron, which I liked, but that ended up dying, and I ended up going with this Hako. I love this Hako. It is a beast. So let me flip this over here. It is the best feeling iron I've held in my hand. And the tip that it comes with, it works itself to a point, but it's a tiny, tiny chisel point. Very, very nicely done. This is $100 on Amazon. And if you are serious about... it's Hako. Is it Hako? Okay, Hako. If you're serious about kit building, I would get one of those. I would get one of those for sure. What is not? Somebody said alligator clips. You're right. Where are they? Where are my alligator clips? Right here are all my alligator clip patch cables. Again, those are just cables I made. 2 alligator clips, long piece of wire, done. And I've used those for all kinds of fun stuff, including kit building. When you want to test if you've got a short or whatever, I've used the little metal leads off of kits. I've clipped them into the alligator mouths, and I've used them as like little probes connected to my watt meter. So alligator clips are really handy because you can clip them onto the end of your probes for your multimeter, stuff like that. It makes them really, really useful. So that's my recommendation for the soldering iron. Let's see. 2 other things. Dummy loads. 2 kinds of dummy loads. 50 watt. This is a 50 watt QRP dummy load. I have a BNC adapter on it. This is for kit building, for sure. Kit building is awesome. You're going to need dummy loads for that. This is a adjustable, switchable dummy load that MFJ makes. It has a 50 ohm impedance, and then it has a high Z 2-to-1, 3-to-1, and a low Z 2-to-1, 3-to-1. But this will take, I think, 600 watts or more. It might be legal limit. I forget. But why I use this, and I have it disconnected because I was testing another antenna, but hopefully I can show you this without it being... Okay. So this is my antenna switch. And the antenna switch will have a connection to a dummy load. So that goes in like that. I'm pretending here. 50 watts is not going to be enough either. I'd burn this thing up. Your dummy load, you want to get it on the antenna switch. You can turn to it. You get a perfect 50 ohm load, and that's what you tune your amp to. That is very convenient. There's another convenience item for you. All right, what else? Oh, somebody said butterfly knife. This is one of the most important things in the shack here. It's a bottle opener. Gotta have a bottle opener. Like, come on now. Not a butterfly knife. Okay. Solder sucker. You know what these do? You get the idea. Hopefully some of you have used these. It's a plunger that you put your finger here, and there you go. It basically, you apply heat to one side of the PCB while this is on the other is kind of how I use it. Push the button and it sucks the hot solder, the liquid solder, out of the PCB joint. You want to do kit building where you never have to pull this out. You don't want to have to desolder stuff. I hate it. And a rosin pen. Is this rosin? No, it's a flux pen. Flux pen, like a whiteout pen, but it's flux. This goes on to... Mainly, again, you don't want to have to use this. You use this when you're desoldering. Desoldering is a pain in the butt, but to do it right, I like to use the juice here, get it on there, hit it with the heat, melt the solder, and pop it up. That is what I do. Boy, there's so many things. Oh, gosh, every time I look down, there's something else to recommend. Don't use a sponge for your soldering iron. Use a scouring pad like this that's in a pot. This is a lot better. This is a lot better. Do this. Don't do sponges, okay? Gary Mintz finally caught me live. Thank you, Gary Mintz. I appreciate that. Okay, so that's that. Oh, we're gonna have a winner here. Hold on. Let me. Did we have it already? Not yet. Hopefully y'all got into the giveaway because it is in 7 minutes, so we still got time. Okay, good. I'll leave that up right now. So I'm watching it. Okay. This is my kind of go-ish bag if I have to do field stuff. I like files, a set of precision files, like jeweler's files. This is a piece of crap. Don't get one of these. This model specifically, this stripper sucks. I'm getting rid of this. But wire strippers are nice. I don't like this type, the plier type that separates them. I like the type that go like grab onto the end of the wire and pull off. Grab and pull. Those are much preferred. Guys, if you are interested in my giveaway, I'm doing a giveaway for a t-shirt, an ICOM QRP crew t-shirt that I mentioned in the beginning of the show. This is an extremely rare t-shirt. You're not going to be able to get these anywhere. I think anywhere but from me, believe it or not. And we're also doing a MFJ power poles distribution bar. So if you saw my video on the Andersons power pole distribution, that is what we're giving away. The Andersons is in 5 minutes, and to get in on it, all you have to do is take the Discord. Link has been posted by Carol and Matt and others and is in my video description. Take that link and click the little horn in the giveaway post. There's 2 giveaway posts at the bottom. I have sizes extra large and large in the t-shirt, and you can pick one, whoever wins. Oh, yeah, and whoever wins the bar, the MFJ bar, I will tell you what I have. You pick what you want, and that's the one I'm shipping you. So, yeah, that's. I have all of them right now. I'm going to keep giving them away until I only have, like, one left, and then that's it. The strippers, these are crap. These are just manual strippers. I keep them in here because they've got the teeth at the end, like pliers. That's why I keep them. Less needed, but I leave it in the kit just in case because this is a heat sink, by the way, a manual heat sink. You kind of clip this onto things that are vulnerable to heat damage, and it helps soften the blow. Coil of magnet wire in case I need to make a fix or who knows what. More side cutters. Every one of my bags has a side cutter in it. Butane, because the star of this show and the thing that gets the most use, and actually there's stuff missing out of here. More screwdrivers. Coax Stripper. Normally there's a solder on leads too. So the butane soldering iron, this is the MagTorch brand one that is passable. I'm thinking about swapping this out for the Weller. Weller makes one of these. I'll give you the straight dirt on these butane soldering irons. I've never been happy with them. If there's a company out there that has a good butane soldering iron, let me know. I'd like to test it. But they just are what they are. They're available. They're useful out in the field. I'm thinking of actually going to one of those USB soldering irons. That might be the better way to go. And then just carry a battery bank around. I think that's probably a lot better. That would be my preferred way to do it. For anybody that's watching this and still can't get in on the Discord or get in the giveaway, join Discord. On the left-hand side, there will be a chat room called Giveaway. On the giveaway, there will be 2 posts at the bottom, and that is the little horn you need to click. In fact, I can just show you. Hold on. Let me see. Let me do this for you. Okay. Hold on here. Sorry about this. We're gonna do it live. Okay. All right. So you don't need to see that. So here's this Discord. Here's the Hammer Radio Crash Course. Thank you for joining the Hammer Radio Crash Course. If you see this giveaway thing right here, why am I on this side? That's better. Right here in the top above my head is the giveaway. Click on the giveaway. Then it'll say Power pole distribution bar. You don't need to do... Yes, it is read only. You just click the horn. You just click the horn. That's all you do. So there you go. Click the horn, click it off. Click it on, click it off. Click it on, click it off. And same here. Click on the horn. You don't do anything. You just click the horn. And it does all the rest for you. Could not be easier. I promise you, once you do this giveaway the way we do giveaways, you'll never go back to any other way of doing giveaways. Because that's the only way I do giveaways. So. It's a party hat? Oh, it's a horn. It's like a party horn. If it was a party hat, it'd be flipped the other way around, like it would go on a head. Okay, so that's that. That's that. The go bag, I don't use that much, and I actually end up just filling stuff into it when I know I've got to go do something that's more specific to the goal at hand. But it's nice to have duplicates of things, and it's nice to have butane. It's nice to have a portable soldering iron, to be honest. I appreciate that more than anything, even though they're kind of janky. So, yeah, all right, who won? Did it happen? 19 seconds. 19 seconds. Let me go back. Boop, 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 boop. Who's going to win? Three seconds. Nigma Sterling. Nigma Sterling won. 10 minutes until we have the last one. So very good. Cool. So I'll send you a message on Discord, and I'll tell you how you tell me how you want me to ship it to you, and then we're good. Alrighty. Good, good, good. So let me flip it over to calls, because let's make sure the call's still up, actually. In case anybody wants to call in. It doesn't have to be related to chats or tools. But if you want to talk tools, that would be acceptable. Doot, 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 doot. All right. So if anybody's interested in calling, and we can talk ham radio, talk tools ham radio, talk anything ham radio, really. You should check out Adam Savage's portable soldering station. That is where I got the idea from. Although I did know about that USB iron well before he did. So Don asked a very good question. No Leatherman. When I go out in the field, or if I need to take my kit, I always am carrying a Leatherman. That's on my person. But in the shack, you don't need a Leatherman because you are you got your tools. I like Leathermans, but they're not a replacement for better tools. They are good because you have it on your person. Scott Bug, you just call that phone number. It's just a phone number. If you can call via Skype, or if you can call, cannot see code. Cannot see code. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I'll move it a little bit. Maybe some people are having trouble with their... There you go. It's the same number I always use. This isn't... OpenSpot 3 has D-Star cross modes. Yay or nay? Does it justify the high $270 price tag? No. But... yes. My watermark. Oh! Why is there a watermark? What? That's weird. So, I didn't realize there's a watermark down here. Down here? There shouldn't be one, but anyway, whatever. Oh, interesting. I don't want that there. I'm going to go turn that off. Thank you. I didn't realize there was a watermark. All right, so how many people? 441. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Now's a good time if you have questions. Fire them off. I'm looking at the chat. If you want to call in, that makes it a lot easier. But my favorite stripper is the glittery one. Great. Any recommendations to subscribe to an email emergency notification on WinLink? Seems like a lot of them can't send to WinLink email. No, I don't. There's a ghostly Josh in the corner. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to have to go change that. I don't have any recommendation for email emergency updates other than join CERT, join Aries, join Races, and you'll get emails from those people. and they'll keep you up to date. All right, we got a call. Evan, what's up, man? You're always there to break the ice. How's it going? I didn't even think about it. Yeah, right on. Oh, wait, no audio? Wait, you don't have audio. Hold on. No, it's on my end. Hold on. Wait, why is there no audio? How about now?
Hello.
Okay, you're dead. You're good.
Okay. People of the stream.
Evan is good. Sorry, guys. Oh, somebody asked, let me do this really quick. What is on my shirt? It is Gophers, and it says, can't go for that. Can't go for that. Who gets that? Who gets that reference? Evan, did you get that reference? You know what that's from?
I don't know what it's from, but I've heard it before from someone, somewhere. I can't remember. It sounds familiar.
Lee Harrell got it. Hall & Oates. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Evan, with your question.
Well, I was gonna say like you know, a lot of the guys on our like stuff have used like Nip-Tech stuff. I was gonna talk about that.
What is Nip-Tech? I mean, hot in here. What the hell?
You should look at Nip-Techs. They're kind of pricey, so you know, if there's people out there who are definitely like looking to just start up like building stuff, I don't recommend it. But if you're super into the hobby and you're super into like working on equipment and stuff like almost all the time, then I highly recommend like Nip-Techs. They're kind of a pricey brand though.
How do you spell it?
Knippex, I'm pretty sure.
K-N-I... Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold on. I've got one right here. Let me... So I didn't actually mention this because these things, you're right, they're really expensive. This is a Crescent wrench,
like
basically.
$50.
It's a Crescent.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a channel-locked Crescent wrench that has a bit of play in the open and close. So you can open it wider, but you still got a little bit of movement here. So you kind of dial it in, it locks, it won't move, and then you can just open and close just a little bit. These things are fantastic. They're expensive, though. Very
I got
expensive.
a pair of them. Yeah, they're like, I think they're like $50.
I've never called them Nippex.
Like
I called them Nippex. Is it Nippex or Nippex? I don't know. Anyway, I know what you're talking about now.
I don't know. But yeah, I got their side cutters and I got a pair of those like you have.
Good.
And yeah, they're a pretty cool tool brand, but there's a guy on our team who has all of those, all the same brand, just Nip-Techs, their entire toolkit. And it's all the red and blue, like everything matches.
Yeah, I like them. I'm good for that. I'm with you. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta see. Are we close? How close are we to the next giveaway? 2 minutes. All right. I'll let you go then, Evan. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Nope. I think that's it. I was just gonna check in and say hi.
Well, thank you for the check-in as always. Appreciate you breaking the ice, the phone ice. So the phone lines are all thought out. You guys can call in. All right, Evan, take it easy. I'll see you in the after chat.
You too. See
Bye.
ya.
All right, we got a new caller. Okay, first-time caller. What's your name?
Cliff.
Hey, Cliff. Do you have a call sign?
KC0CCH.
CCH. Got it. How's it going?
All right. It's going pretty good. First time I've called, and I'm watching you right now, so.
I appreciate that. If you're listening to the stream, you don't want to mute it while you're talking to me on Skype. It might make it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Okay, I got it muted.
So what's up? Do you have a question?
No, not really. I just wanted to call and see if I could get in.
You did. You're the second caller.
Okay.
So let's see. We've got 40. Did you get in on the contest or a giveaway?
No, I can't get in on Discord.
What happens?
I don't know. I'm trying. I can't get in on Discord.
Oh. Well, I'll be doing another one probably next week or the week after. So we got 29 seconds here before we pick a winner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get in on it.
No, probably not this one. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you take the
That's
link, I would recommend. Are you on a phone or on a computer?
On the computer.
Okay. Yeah, that should be it. It takes you to the website, and then you'll load the app.
Yeah. Well, it asked me for God, I can't even think.
Who won this? Trevor KD2 SVA1. So congratulations, Trevor. All right. Cliff, did you have anything you wanted to say, or
No, I'm
just say hi?
No, I'm
Appreciate it.
No, I'm high. I'm good.
All right, thank
Talk
you,
to
man.
later.
Thanks for calling in. See ya.
Bye.
Very good. Okay. What is the little ring-bound book? Ring-bound book. Oh, it's the frequency guide. Somebody came in late. It's just a reminder of the frequencies for amateurs. It's always good to have one of these around. This is made by Nifty Guides. Nifty Guides. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Reggie caught on to that. I thought that was just a mistake, but right on. Okay, so we're passing the hour, which is fine. I don't have a problem streaming longer, but it's okay. I'm kind of out of things to talk about. Now, of course, I will say there are thousands of different kinds of tools. You probably use different tools than me. I'm not saying these are the only tools you have to have, and I'm always looking to own new and more interesting tools. So if you do have recommendations for tools, post them in the comments below because I will take a look. I absolutely love tools that improve or make life easier when you are playing ham radio. How does one acquire that spiral-bound frequency guide? You Google Nifty Guides or Nifty Ham Radio Guide. That's it. They make a whole bunch of them. It's not just the frequency guide. They make spiral-bound, simple guides for most radios. Lee Harrell says, no beer fridge in the shack. I have a beer pump or a tap, kind of, that I use. The Hopsy tap, which is a Krupp's device. And that's on the other part of my shack, which I may end up doing a standard, guess you could say, 10-minute long YouTube video talking about my shack, which is fairly non-traditional because it's such a mixed-use workspace. So that could be fun. I don't know, though. We'll see. Fire extinguisher. Yes. Yeah, you should. There should be one here. Where did it go? It was right here. But yes, put a fire extinguisher in your shack. Absolutely. Anything with a lot of power. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. What's the difference between network analyzer and an antenna analyzer? So a network analyzer is going to, or I'm sorry, is it oscilloscope? No, it's not oscilloscope analyzer. Yeah. So there's kind of variations here. The Nano VNA is a network vector analyzer. It puts out a signal and receives the signal back, and it gives you a reading of how something is performing, right? An antenna, for instance. It measures the load. It measures the SWR, the standing wave ratio. It's a device for creating or modifying an antenna. An antenna analyzer works similar to a network vector analyzer, but is specifically designed just to give you specific values of the antenna, like the standing wave ratio that we use to get a match to our 50 ohm impedance that the radio is expecting in the back. A network analyzer, sans vector, no vector, just network analyzer. You pipe in a signal from a transmitter, and you can display it on the frequency space, the waterfall, if you will. I used that when I was doing the test to see the Baofeng's spurious emissions. You would use a network analyzer. So if you're interested in seeing that, go on over to the YouTube side, the SDR Play video that I did on this topic, and you can see that in action. So, all right. We're going to go to Discord now and have the after chat. I appreciate everybody watching. I hope you join me over on the Discord. It's a lot of fun. We'll play radio. I answer questions. The good thing about the Discord is it's not always me answering the questions because I don't know everything. But we got a really good community of people. They're really welcoming. And we'll help you with any questions you have. And we just have a lot of fun talking. So, I am Josh, KI6NAZ. I thank you for tuning in to the show, the Ham Radio Crash Course. I'll be back again with another standalone video. And then I'll be back once again with... I'm going to go have some fun with my kids because they keep hitting the door. And it's throwing me off considerably. This is the Patron Picks episode, though. I can't forget. Sorry, patrons. I am having a big problem with my kids banging on the door, and it is very distracting. I apologize. Big thank you. Thank you, everybody. But specifically the patrons over on Patreon. Want to say big thanks to Jason Brown, Jason Siebert, David Dancero, Danny Miller, Wesley Magyar, Barbara Schrock, Evan Hartman, Mark Fields, Brad Snyder, Dennis Dunderdale, Garrett Larson, 86DM Dennis, the Wyoming Ham who checked in and then checked out because he had to go. So thank you. He said he'd watch later. Thanks. Randall Hensley, Dennis Mickelson, Michael Hunt, George Gaini, Andy, Kenny Miyamoto, Ron Thorson, Ken Hall, Sean KG7ITX, Urgeshevich, Rob Zerges, Devin B. Hedge. I am going to go have a talk with my children. Mark Chase, the dog came running in too. They must be doing something to her. Mark Chase, Raymond Cracker, Geraldo Kelso, Rob K8BCR, Lee Harrell, Michael Kearney, Steve Barker, Corey Sheldon, Brad Nadow, Stephen Hunt, Connard Carroll, sorry, Mike Marusin, Mike Heerly, Harold Carpenter, The Brew Crew, which I didn't finish my beer. Goslin99, new to this. Thanks. Oh, hey, thank you for joining us. New to Ham Radio or new to the stream. I don't know, but thank you for coming out. Stephen Hunter, Justin Rao, Stephen Carduz, Richard Smith, Hercules KC1LZR, John Flowers, Steve Blandford, Andy Cowley, Matthew, Tom Wright. This is getting really long, I realize. Bill McCarty, Good Game Ham Radio, David Gerald, Simon Deards, Nicholas Dubé, Michael Iafredo, KD9 Oof, one of the best call signs there is. Chris Damron says, but I have a question for Yosh. I think that's me. Join the Discord. Come ask over there. I can't stay on the stream all the time. Jason Jenkins, John Gensel, Jason Ravenfield, Masi Madi, Daniel Sullivan, Michael Hunt, Jason Legg, Jonathan Williams, Andy Cowley, Don Riley, Jonathan York, Robert the Grimus, Herb Brassington, James Tarmatella, William Hustler, Ryan McDonald, Richard Swartz, Michael Brennick, the FN 5.7 by 28, Michael Samanis, Philip Castile Jr., Zach Baker, and Corey Appleby. All right, I am going to go have a talk with my children. You all have a glorious weekend. If you want to join us over on the Discord, do that now. I'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right, I'm Josh KI6NAZ. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up.